Why do Chinese students consistently rank among the top in math competitions, international exams, and university admissions, while American students in the same era often struggle with basic algebra? This is not about intelligence. It is not about genetics, and it is definitely not about natural talent. It is about system, it is about culture, it is about what happens before the exam even begins. Let's break it down. Section 1. The mindset difference in China. There is a widely held belief math is something you learn through hard work. If you fail a test, the lesson is you did not practice enough. Try harder, do more problems. In America, many students and even many parents believe that you are either a math person or you are not. This is called a fixed mindset. And it is one of the most damaging ideas in education. When a Chinese student struggles, they think, I need to work more. When many American students struggle, they think, I am just not good at this. That single difference in belief shapes everything: how long a student studies, how they respond to failure, and whether they even try again. Section 2. The curriculum gap. Now let's talk about the actual content being taught. In China, by the time a student finishes middle school, they have already covered topics like quadratic equations, geometric proofs, and basic trigonometry. In the United States, many of those same topics are not introduced until high school, sometimes late high school. Chinese students are running a race that started 2 years earlier. By the time both groups reach college, the gap is enormous. But it is not just about speed, it is about depth. Chinese math education focuses heavily on understanding the why behind a formula, not just memorizing it. Students are trained to solve problems from multiple angles, to think flexibly, and to work through complex multi-step problems without giving up. In contrast, many American classrooms, especially in lower-income areas, focus on test preparation, fill-in-the-blank worksheets, and quick answers. The goal becomes passing the test, not building genuine understanding. Section 3. Time and repetition. Here is a number that might surprise you. A typical Chinese student in middle school spends between 4 to 6 hours per day on academic work, including school, homework, and tutoring. A typical American middle school student spends roughly 1 to 2 hours. That is not a small gap. That is a massive, compounding difference. In mathematics especially, repetition builds fluency. Just like learning a language or playing a musical instrument, the more you practice, the faster and more naturally the patterns come to you. Chinese students do hundreds of practice problems per week. They drill formulas until they are automatic. They do timed exercises to build speed and accuracy. This is not just cultural pressure, it is a well-understood principle of learning. Volume matters. Section 4. The role of family and culture. Walk into most Chinese households and you will find something interesting. Education is treated as the family's most important project. Parents track homework. Grandparents quiz children on multiplication tables. Academic success is celebrated the same way athletic success is celebrated in American homes. This cultural investment creates an environment where studying is normal, expected, and respected, not something to be embarrassed about. In America, there is often a social cost to being seen as too studious. Students sometimes hide their effort to fit in. Academic achievement can be seen as nerdy or uncool. These are soft factors, but they matter enormously over 12 years of schooling. Section 5. Teacher quality and training. In China, becoming a math teacher is highly competitive. Only top graduates from elite universities are selected for teacher training programs. Teachers are paid relatively well, respected socially, and given significant time to prepare their lessons. In the United States, math teacher shortages are common. Many schools, particularly in rural and urban areas, hire teachers who are not fully qualified in mathematics. Teacher pay is low compared to other professions. Burnout is high. You can have the best curriculum in the world. But if the person delivering it is underprepared or overwhelmed, the results will suffer. Section 6. What America gets right. Now, this is important. This video is not saying China's system is perfect. It is not. The extreme pressure placed on Chinese students leads to serious mental health challenges. Childhood is shortened. Creativity and independent thinking can sometimes be sacrificed for test scores. America's education system, at its best, values curiosity, critical thinking, creativity, and individual expression. These are genuine strengths. The goal is not for America to copy China. The goal is for America to learn from what works and apply it thoughtfully. Closing, the real lesson. So what is the real lesson here? Math is not a talent. Math is a skill. And like any skill, it responds to time, practice, quality instruction, and the belief that improvement is possible. The gap between Chinese and American math performance is not a mystery. It is the predictable result of different systems, different cultures, and different expectations. Change the system, change the culture. Change the expectations. The results will follow. If this video made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more content like this, subscribe, because understanding why things work the way they do is the first step to changing them.